Yeah, that hate the grind and sweat the blood of time, my motivation. I work too hard too long and not be in the conversation. My team been away,
quello che era il tenduto.
domination. I got the game and say with lock and key in combination. Go and high side, don't focus on what's hindsight.
Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Amir Khan. He's Bolton. Josh.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Bolton, England. Here is the Olympic.
All the talking has been... And there's the bell to start the round. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice exchange here from both men. There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You just see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. There's a counter shot. Punch scores. Why weren't they more cautious? And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Khan in that. They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
No rest for the weary. Good counter punch. Nobody home with that hook. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. jab misses. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Trying to land that jab. You don't want to trade shots. Nice counter shot. He threw the hook, didn't land. They figure out the combination to this sink. The face is telling the story from that jab.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Jab misses. One of these athletes is going to be the first to go down. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Couldn't land that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Khan in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think right.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because somebody...
Đã có một điều nào vậy? Estaba lleno.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. And that was it. That was the big shot We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. A perfect counter lands. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
A very competitive round here so far. Missing with the hook.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. And they got, what a nightmare scenario. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Let's see. They ring the bell, and here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Beautiful counter punch. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight divisions, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. That punch lands.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Bravery being shown here is just incredible. Nice counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That bell. And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in
Ay, la cara.
I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. Both men step back for just a moment.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Defense is not an option for these two. Caught him. Beautiful counter shot. Nice punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice counter shot. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Punch, counter punch. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Oh, mantap.
That counter shot lands. Catch and shoot. You'd like to see more jabs, and we may see a stoppage here.
Ah, la 3.
halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here. Well, he's back on his feet, but right now, the corner's got to think about throwing in the towel.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make. Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And there's the bell to start the round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Big Amir Khan.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Pretty good start the first half of this round. Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Just misses with that uppercut. Nice punch. What a massive up, and now going for the finish.
Ah, qué mierda.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
¿Qué mierda pasa ahí?
Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Both men were knocked down, and they both got up in that round.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Both fighters went to the canvas last round. What are we going to see here?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident. Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
You gotta ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Continues to touch him up. This round could go either way. Stumbling around in potholes. In serious...
¡Ah, qué chucha! Calla.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
¡Qué mierda, weón!
Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Ah, se lo
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky legs. They're a gnat's here away from getting stopped.
You believe what we are seeing. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. It's all offense all the time.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. Incredible work rate. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
Ya. Quiero contar si vale.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's coming. Get the job done proper, there's no comeback. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you have it. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given the task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim range heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't got to do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculated.